Good afternoon from the farmer's garden. I'm one of the farmers, and today I'm in the greenhouse. So, what we're doing today is I planned on I stole the channel from Bethany for a little bit. I won't tell her. So, what we're going to do today is I kind of want to go through, I need to fertilize everything that's in the greenhouse, so I just kind of wanted to go through it with you and just kind of give you a quick rundown of what all we do. So, kind of got it running, so I'll go back and show you. I was having problems with the camera turning around. Anyway, so I'll go back and I'll show you here in a little bit how I get it all ready to fertilize, what we do. So I don't know if you can, how well you can see it behind me, but you see those little black lines on the ground? That's the drip tape that we use to irrigate everything in. And we've got a tank that we use to pump some water-soluble fertilizer in. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to set it up. We're going to get it running. It'll probably take about 3 or 4 hours for it to finally pump all that out. And so we'll just kind of go through that from there. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this tape fired back up and give a fertilizer round. So first things first, we're going to walk over here and get our bag of fertilizer. So this is a water-soluble fertilizer, as you can see. Maybe there we go. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to, this is I think, how much is this? Doesn't say how big, but I think it's roughly about a pound. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this fertilizer and we are going to set it down inside our little tank here. As you can see, it's kind of clumping up. It absorbs the moisture pretty good. So we're going to put roughly that in there. Alright, then what we're going to do is we're going to take our water hose right here, and I'm going to close that valve. Put some water in it. Kind of start dissolving some of that stuff. Make sure we get it good and mixed up. And go ahead and just kind of fill this thing up. Not the best we can without letting these bubbles run over. Okay, I'm going to turn it off. Now I got to figure out where my little stirring spoon went. We had some homeschoolers in here working the other day on some projects, and I think, oh, nope, there it is. Never mind. Alright. So now I'm going to take in here and kind of stir around to make sure that I have got everything. Yep, I think everything is all mixed up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our lid here. Oof, it's dripping everywhere. I'm going to take our lid and we're going to set it down in here and make sure that it's a two-part deal. We're going to make sure we've got a little cap here that kind of seals it off, because what it'll do is it'll pump water in here, and as it pumps water in here, it pushes the fertilizer mixture out through this side. So we got to make sure that that is good set down in there. Alright, and we're going to put our little cap, our little screw on lid on. We'll screw it on pretty tight. Alright, now I got to take this hose off right here. Alright, then I'll take this one, knock some of this dirt out. Right. Take and screw this into here. Okay. Alright, got that part done. Now we're going to screw this in. Alright. Now, nice little thing that I did when I set this up is I put it with some quick connects. So I just pull our little hose over to this end, and then we go connect and connect there, and that's all together. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn on the water. Alright, and then if you'll watch these hoses right here, I'm not sure if it'll show up or not. So right now there's water flowing into the tank. It's got to fill it all the way up with water. Alright, there it goes. So you can kind of sort of see the blue. So now we are pumping fertilizer to it, and it should be firing up our system. Let's see if that slows it down. No, that's sped it up. Alright, now we got that working. We can come over here and we can check. See, we got our hoses right here. And I've had to replace a couple of hoses because I kind of got a little close with the tiller when I was kind of trying to do some weed control here in the aisles. So we'll come down to this end, and I will pull this one tight to help it get some water all the way to the end of it. Here we go. And then the same thing for this one. I'll pull it tight. We'll start pushing the air out of the lines, and we'll kind of start to see it and hear all the water pumping out. And then I'll just kind of slide this one close. Alright, and then we got a kink in this one. So I'm just going to reach down here, grab and pull that kind of tight. Alright, and now we are in business pumping fertilizer. I'll just kind of go through here and scoot these ones that I moved out of the way so that I could cultivate it really good in here. And just kind of stick them back closer to the plants. The reason that we do drip is because it's a lot more efficient with the water that we use. Instead of spraying water everywhere on everything and getting water on the plants, which sometimes can lead to diseases, we shoot it right to the root system. So we'll just kind of sit here and keep an eye on it. Shouldn't take it more than a couple hours to water on out. We'll go over here and check, make sure our system still is applying. Sometimes once it gets past that first little set of air bubbles, it's going to be hard to kind of tell if it's pumping. Now there's a little bit of water in there, so we'll kind of, nope, it's tight. So we'll just kind of let it do its thing. Thank y'all for stopping by the farm today. I hope you learned something and enjoyed your visit, and come back when you can stay longer.